Okay, in today's video, we're going to talk about the inheritance tax that you are potentially going to pay on your limited company buy-to-let portfolio that you've created. So let me set the scene for you. What we have here is we've got Mr., could be Mrs. as well, makes no difference, single person. They've got an estate, house, some cash, got some cars, bits and pieces. They've got an estate valued at about 500,000. Which means, as an individual, they've got no inheritance tax whatsoever because they've also got a daughter. So they qualify for the residence nil rate ban, no problems at all. 500,000, no inheritance tax whatsoever. The problem for this person is that they also own a limited company buy-to-let portfolio. And within that limited company, said fella here has got about £2 million worth of equity within his limited company. Now, with buy-to-let property within a limited company, that limited company doesn't qualify for business relief. So in other words, the value of his shareholding forms part of his estate for inheritance tax purposes when he ultimately passes away. So with a clear equity at today of £2 million, this limited company buy-to-let portfolio that he's got is creating him an £800,000 inheritance tax liability that's going to be payable when he passes away, which is not great. And this is always the problem that we have with buy-to-let limited companies. But I now have a solution for this. So what we can do now is I can take that £800,000 out of his estate from day one. That's the first thing. Secondly, it doesn't have to change the mortgages in any way, shape or form. He's still in full control. Don't need to change the mortgages. It's all as it normally was. Still has full control. The value and the buy-to-let shares and such like don't have to go through probate for him either when he passes away. The shares are settled on death into a trust. On death. They're not going into trust now. We're settling these shares on death. This is also protecting all of that business, as it were, now for future generations as well. So his children, his grandchildren, their children, so on and so on and so on, as long as it's managed through correctly. Now, in order to qualify for this, you must have a buy-to-let limited company, and it must have clear equity in that limited company of about £2 million plus. Okay, if you've also got buy-to-let properties that aren't actually in a limited company at the moment, then again, come back to us. We can talk to you about that, and we can potentially structure that to get those properties into a limited company before we can then look to do this strategy. But if you need this, or if you're looking to it, to find out a little bit more about this, email me on the address above. Happy to have a conversation with you, and we'll send you out some details and bits and pieces just to clarify the fact that you've got the £2 million worth of equity in your estate, and then we can move this thing forward. Hope you found that interesting. If you need anything from me, obviously, email me on the address above, and I look forward to speaking to you on the next one.